guys, happy days. We're into July. Nice sunny day. It's about 33 degrees Celsius, so a nice hot one for me here. Not so much a good one for working on the roof, but that's what we're doing. So as you can see behind me, I've got some plywood going on up there. I got to get this sheeted so that I can get some shingles put down, because I think we got rain coming in a few days. So goal here today is to do the job I absolutely hate. That is actually get up on the roof, put some plywood down. The worst part is the job is not over once I get the plywood down, because I got to figure some way to get back up there to hammer down some shingles. Yeah, that's a 12-12 pitch. So regardless, I'll get some stuff done. Hopefully it goes well. It'll go even if it doesn't go well. So we'll get down to it. And yeah, I'm really not looking forward to this. Oh well, let's go. Okay, well, I got this little chicken board nailed down, sort of. I'm going to nail it down further that way. Maybe I'll just lean here for a minute. I cut my first piece, trying not to overlap the bottom. I want to stagger the joints. You'll see what I mean in a minute. And so I think I'm just about ready to go. So this nail is just to hold that board. And basically what you're going to see here, this slope and this sheet of plywood is going to come over this roof here. You're going to have this little gap, and before people start commenting, this little gap is there for a reason. This is going to allow air to rise up, come underneath the top sheet of plywood along the top of the roof and out the vent. This is going to be ventilation because I'm insulating. Now the temperature fluctuation here, as you can imagine up here in Canada, today it's like 33 Celsius. Well, we have negative 33 Celsius. So we have a huge fluctuation, ventilation, very important. So that's what's going on there. What I did was I cut this board so that it will lay flush with this front piece and lay half on that other rafter there. But as you can imagine, maneuvering this on a ladder is a pain. Get up there. Hold on. I think we're there. Stay. Stay. Of course. Of course you don't stay. Get up there. I usually put nails at the bottom of the sheet before I start nailing. Probably should have done that here today. You can just grab one of your nails, drop her in there for a split second, just to hold things. Get this lined up flush. Looks pretty good to me. And we're gonna make a whole lot of racket today. All right, time to get up on this dreaded board. I don't know about you guys, I don't actually like heights, so I know it's kind of funny, construction, and you don't like heights, but one of those things, you have to do it sometimes. When I'm nailing this chicken board in, I don't just put in the plywood, I follow one of the existing rafters. And it's obviously not that steep. This is only like a 4 or 5 by 12. This is just to give me a little something for this other section of roof. Okay, that's supposed to be half on. Obviously, that's not quite half on. That's not ideal. The measurement must have been off just a touch. That's enough anyways. if you ever get to the point where it's not enough, you can always take your saw and trim that, or you can just move that out a bit. So let me have a look here. Yeah, I don't think we're making any adjustments. We're just going to nail her off and move on. So, okay. Let's see what we're doing. Hopefully our next piece will be a full 8-foot sheet. And it's perfect. And so if you look here, you're saying, oh shoot, you measured wrong, well, or cut wrong. But no, by time you move it half onto that other one, it's going to line up perfect with this one. So I'm going to go down, get the next sheet, get it back up here, and we'll start nailing her off. Okay, well, I made marks where the plywood has to sit. So I'm just going to put a nail in there. Hold on. Ugh. Oh, if you're a roofer, don't laugh. But if you are a roofer, I'd be curious to know what you'd charge for a little job like this. Good enough for this guy. And what I was saying earlier about not getting seams or joints lined up, see the other one over there? That's even a little close. Normally you'd stagger a 50-50, meaning you know, the other one would be 4 feet down as opposed to 2 feet down. In this case, because they're opposing pitches and they're not actually on the same rafter, I didn't figure it'd be too important. Don't exactly like putting in nails right at the edge here. Alright, these are called roof clips, and they just provide a bit of support in between rafters where there's no support. And I don't know if you absolutely need them on a cabin like this, but I'm building as if I'm building a house, so this is how I build a house. Okay, chicken board, don't fail me now. If I can get my leg up there. Oh yeah, I'd be going for a solid ride now. Right off and grabbing onto that tree. Hopefully. Oh boy. Oh! Wow! Ouch! Oh! Ah! God! Oh! Whew. Oh. Oh boy, that was a doozy. Oh, still throbbing. Oh man, that's what happens. I get up here on a roof and I get thinking of the what ifs, and then I stop thinking about what I'm doing. Oh, that really hurt. All right, had a bit of a blooper there with a hammer, but I've had a chance to recover, so now I can explain to you why I was putting these spacers on top of the rafters. So I put PL Premium, glued them to the rafter and nailed them so they're nice and firm. What I'm doing here is, if you look down the ridge, I'm creating an airspace. This airspace will be open continuously right down and out underneath the porch, so this will allow air to come up the backside of the plywood, and any moisture that could potentially accumulate can be vented out the top, out the ridge vent. So that's what that's for. Okay, let's see if we can manhandle this into position. Oh, get up there. What a pain. Okay. All right, gonna reposition, finish nailing this off, and move on to the next. We're getting there. I don't know what they say. They say don't look down, but I like to look down, so it reminds me why I should stay up here. I feel like I should keep filming, because if I'm filming, I don't want to make an error, and an error includes falling off the roof. Well, folks, from high up on the old chicken board, as they say, or toe board, I think I'm done. Knock on wood, done for now. So as you can see, I've got a gap here, and maybe without falling, we can just look down there. But there's going to be about a 1-inch gap above the insulation along the bottom of this plywood, and that's going to allow for ventilation out a ridge vent. So this is very common in homes. It's going to be what we're using here. Aside from that, as you can see, everything's all covered up. Got all the what do you call it? Can't even remember what you call it, but these things all in place. And I think we're good to go. So next stage is the tar paper down, and then I got to get the shingles and that tedious job of laying shingles over there and here. So that's what you'll see me doing next. So if you guys want to see how I got up to this point I'm at today, be sure to hit that playlist up. I got all the videos from the time I was in the tractor grading the soil all the way up to framing this thing. So be sure to check that out. Sounds like a raceway out there. Anyways, be sure to check that out, and if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the people who are watching and continue to watch, and in the meantime, you guys take care, and we'll see you all next time.